This is sheEO with Anna David.
And Lauren Wallett.
Anna David is a New York Times bestselling author of 8 books, and she's the sheEO of Light Hustle Publishing, which helps people take their stories and turn them into best-selling books.
Lauren Wallett, meanwhile, is an international lifestyle business coach, and the sheEO of Alchemist Academy, which helps people turn their ideas into gold.
And today we have a really great theme for you, which is
building your Instagram. So I was just telling Lauren that everything I know about building my Instagram, I learned from her. So all the tips I was gonna give, I'd stolen from her, but I thought of new ones because she should be allowed to give her own tips.
And before Anna starts with the tips, I wanted to say, for those of you watching who don't even have a big Instagram following, don't be afraid. Anna has way more followers than me on Instagram. So even though she's gotten some tips from me, she's still got a huge following.
She is the expert, though. It's because she puts all of her effort into helping to build my, no, that's
other
not true.
people's businesses.
She also has like 9 Instagrams, to be clear.
I do have a bunch of Instagrams, yeah. That's actually one tip we should give to start off with that.
Don't have 9 Instagrams.
Don't have 9, but you could have 2 or 3. Like, you can channel, but let's start with your tips, and then I'll fill in.
Okay, so like everybody else, I started off with 0. I would say interaction is key, and responding. I look through all the messages I get from people that I don't follow, and pretty much, unless they're totally perverted, respond to every single one of them.
Yeah.
I also post 3 times a week, early in the morning, and I don't post more than that because I don't want to be one of those people clogging a feed. And I do lives, and now I've started to do IGTV. So I think it's the whole stew. I think doing video is key right now. The rumor on the street is that Instagram, the algorithm, really, really emphasizes the videos and that they will show your posts more if you do videos. That's mine.
Yeah, those are some amazing tips. So those are great. I think the main thing is trying to find your own rhythm in Instagram instead of trying to beat the algorithm, because it's changing all the time. So it's really hard to keep up with those trends, but finding something that works for you. And I think the biggest tip that I can give is, what value are you really adding to your audience? It can't just be a bunch of selfies of your own face. Like, you need to be telling something more. Your selfies are great, though.
But
I feel like you give value when you
do get value along with the selfie.
So no, you're not that example. I'm talking about those examples of like, which are just selfie, like the selfie feed. What are you really saying? What is the value for your audience? And the value doesn't mean like be a self-help guru. It's not like you need to have your picture of you in a bikini with an Osho quote. Like, that's not what I'm saying.
And you don't need to be doing this either.
Yeah, you don't need to do any yoga. Like, surprise, surprise.
You don't need to do yoga.
You don't need to do yoga on Instagram.
The best tip,
Who knew?
Ever.
But you do need to be adding something that's niche and specific for you. So, for example, Anna's got an Instagram account, which is Light Hustle Publishing, and it's all about tips and techniques on how to get your book out there. That adds value. That's got a great niche.
You should follow that at Light Hustle.
You should follow that. So find what your niche is and keep it specific to that. And if you do want to have a personal account, which is more about just your family and your life and what mochas you drink or food that you eat, then you can have a personal account and a business account. So don't be afraid to try and diversify and have different channels with their own specific niches. And if there'll be one other tip to share, Anna mentioned engagement, I would think, oh, you know what I'm going to say.
What's the future is collaborative?
Yes.
What's your secret sauce?
The one more thing.
I don't know.
On Instagram.
I forget.
Row flow.
Row flow. Oh, she's obsessed with row flow.
How are you flowing your row Instagram?
I don't do it. I don't do it.
Instagram is a grid. So there are different blocks of content that you're filling in. How are you flowing your row? So if you think about Instagram as an outfit and you're getting dressed from your shoes to the top of your head, how are you feeding your content in a way that is cohesive and creative and consistent? And either that means having a set filter or using certain colors or posting in a theme. But what are you doing that really just has a point of difference? So when someone comes onto your feed, it stands out compared to anyone else's. And that's called row flow.
And what's that app that you showed me where you can plan your row flow?
There's 2 great ones. One's called Plannerly. That's a really great one to plan it out in advance. And the other one's called UNUM. And they're free apps. And what it means is you can post all your bits of content, even move it around and decide where you want it to go before you post it. So those are 2 great tips to try for your Instagram.
One final tip, Lauren has an entire Instagram that's devoted to Blue Bottle Coffee. So if you happen to own Blue Bottle Coffee and you want a spokesperson, it should be her.
Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Okay, now let's get into our amazing guest who has more Instagram followers than both of us. So this is very, very good.